Hey, this is Tanisha, and this week I thought I would share some of my favorite sketchbooks in case you're looking for sketchbooks for yourself. So I really hope you enjoy this video. The first one I'm going through is the Art Creations by Talons. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but these sketchbooks range from $7 to $15. This is a great book for drawing, for gouache, but I will say it's not as great for watercolor. You can use it for watercolor, but I don't like how it looks personally. But I see artists use it all the time and it seems to work out for them. I think it really just depends on what type of painting you're doing. So this first size is an 8.3 by 11.7, and then I'll show another one that's 3.5 by 5 by 5, and then another size 4.7.4.7. So they do have even more sizes than this. And so this is one of the smaller ones. It is 90 pounds, so they're all 90 pounds and 140 GSM. But I did see recently that they put out a newer version that's 94 pounds and 140 GSM, but up until now it was only 90 pounds. Erasers work great on this book, and I know that sounds weird, but there are some books where erasers don't work as well, certain erasers. I'll talk about that when I get to another one of my sketchbooks. So these books are acid free and they have about 80 sheets in them. And so this is that square version, and I'm using gouache right here, and gouache works great in this book. So definitely I feel like this is a really good book for gouache, and I think because it's a little bit thicker. I have not used acrylic in this book, but if gouache works, I bet acrylic works great in this sketchbook. So I'm just flipping through some different things. Good drawings, bad drawings, tests, playing around. I even tried pastels in there. They work great. And here's another gouache experiment. Again, this is not a finished painting or anything, but you can just see that gouache it works really well. Again, you can use watercolor, really light washes, but as you can see here, it doesn't look that great. The next book we're going to talk about is the Stillman and Byrne Beta softcover. So this book does come in different versions of the book. They have Zeta, Nova, several different types. This particular one is 5.5 by 8.12. It's 180 pounds by 270 GSM. It is cold press. I mean, watercolor looks good in here. You can see that. Looks really good, but I will say if you put too much water, it does nap up a little bit. But overall, it looks great. It's not 100% cotton, and it has about 28 sheets. This one does have a little bit of a texture on it. It's not too bad. So I have used acrylic. These are one of the first sketchbooks that I had when I first was getting started with art. So around that time I was using acrylic, and acrylic works really well in here, as well as gouache, watercolor. Of course you can draw. Erasing in this book is really good. This one is oil pastels. So oil pastels work great as long as you put that plastic on it. And yeah, I happen to really enjoy this one. Next one is a surprise. It really surprised me, but Jerry's Soho Brick Mixed Media book, I would say definitely don't miss out on using these books. They average about $10 to $15. They're soft covers. They come in 5 by 5, 5.5 by 5.5, and 8.5 by 5.5. It's great for watercolor. It's not 100% cotton. It's 95 pounds, 200 GSM. I've done collage. You'll see now. This is when I was using some different kind of paint. It wasn't acrylic paint. It was vinyl paint, I believe. Worked great in here. Here's some collage that worked good in here. This book has what they call a Copic binding, which helps it to lay flat. All the books that I mentioned today are acid free, and this one comes with about 80 sheets. So I really feel like this is a really great book to practice in. That's what I'm doing here, playing around, practicing. Nothing is This isn't professional work or anything, just playing around, testing and trying out different things. So I would say this book really surprised me how well it does with watercolor. So I think you will see that as I continue to go through the different things I've created. So this is a different size of the Soho book, and as you can see, it looks really good. It's just really good paper. Now I will say this is the book where I have a problem with the eraser. I feel like the kneaded eraser works best in here, but my other more harder based erasers don't work well in this book. So here's one more example of watercolor in this book. It looks so good. So I really hate to, I hope you don't miss out on this one. This is really great for swatching paints, swatching pencils, and it just doesn't break the bank. So that's why I highly suggest this one. I do some color testing, so many things that you can do with this, and you don't have to feel bad about filling it up, because it really doesn't cost that much and it works fairly well if you ask me. Really love these swatches, and so this is definitely better in terms of for watercolor. I would use this over the Art Creations for watercolor, and definitely Stillman and Burn. So that one is amazing. Now the last one is the Hanamule. I would say this is basically a watercolor sketchbook, and I highly recommend this because while it's not 100% cotton, it's still really good for practicing. I think watercolor works well in here, and it's acid free, it's vegan. They don't say how many pounds this is, but it does have 60 pages in here, and it's 8.3 by 5.8, and I believe it does come in some other different sizes. So I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.